putting you in my mood this morning. A very good morning to all of you out there. Haven't I missed you? How have you been? 5 whole weeks, I know, right? But you have certainly been in, very safe hands. Any more, any mado. Bonjour. Merci beaucoup. Thank you very much. You did a human's job.
You gotta play it by the rules.
So appreciative of you, sis.
When I do what I do now. Step to the left, step to the right, spin around and break it down tonight.
At least for now, you can get to enjoy your Saturday mornings.
Let me see you and your partner stroll.
But yes,
Step to the right, spin.
it's been 5 long weeks away, and I am glad to be back.
Moving close, and let me see you and your partner stroll.
Thank you for tuning into the show this morning. This is Home Affairs here on Joy 99.7 FM. And my name is Adam Knight Tay. And what have I got to tell you this morning? Rejoice always. Pray continually. Give thanks in all circumstances. For this is God's will for us in Christ Jesus. Again, good morning, wherever you may be tuned in from. Do you also realize that we would worry less if we praised more? Seeing as Thanksgiving is the enemy of discontent and dissatisfaction, if only we would focus our attention on praising and being content, we would grumble less, we would complain less. So as you keep your mind and hearts focused in the right direction, approaching each day with faith and gratitude, I believe that we will be empowered to live this life to the fullest and enjoy the abundant life that He has promised us. Keep your dials locked right here. Daniela, I feel why. And I miss all of you. Home Affairs is brought to us by Indomie. Tastes great. And Fritol, making life memorable. Thank you for keeping your cash on us. So we have a case on our hands this morning. I was looking forward to doing something really fun and joyous this morning. Just having a lot of fun on the radio this morning. But there's a situation to be dealt with. So she was pregnant at age 16. She was thrown out of her home to fend for herself. Her education was curtailed. She struggled on the streets to raise her daughter. She denied herself all the pleasures of life, including marriage, just so she can give her daughter a better life. The daughter in question, she tells me, is an intelligent girl who passed her JHS and got admission to one of the schools in Cape Coast. But guess what? She is 14 and pregnant too. Her mother is torn into shreds. She feels her generation is cursed. So the big question I am asking this morning is, what if your teenage daughter gets pregnant? Or your teenage son is becoming a father? She told me how her father threw her out of home. Her mother tried so hard to beg for her, but then her father wouldn't have it. She slept in an uncompleted building. Her mother would sometimes bring her food. She did all the menial jobs you could think about just so she could survive with her child. She had the child and the struggle continued. And her hope was that this girl was going to be focused. She shared her story. She told me she shared her story with her daughter and told her how she wanted her to be better. But it's just like they hit a roadblock. She's inconsolable. She feels her world is just, wasted. We'll be right back.
To everybody who believes there's no dream you can't achieve, you can have it when you want, and then sing this song. I love my life this way. Indomie, love it your way. Yes, go on and love it your way. Indomie, love it your way. Yes, I love my life this way. You are the master of your fate, with your heart and your mind full of grace. There's no mountain you can't climb when you sing this song. I love my life this way. Indomie, love it your way. Yes, go on and love it your way. Indomie, love it your way. Yes, we all love Indomie. Indomie instant noodles. Taste great.
Kwesi, put the chicken in the pan. Slowly.
Everyone told me cooking was for girls. My friends laughed, but my mom encouraged me. I watched her chop, slice, scoop and stir.
Kwesi, use only the best ingredients. Have passion for details. Hold the Frytol bottle from the middle. Now pour.
Making delicious meals was so effortless for her. I always wanted to be a cook like her.
Chef Kwesi, order for 2 braised chicken with a side of fries.
Coming up. Every time I pick up a bottle of Frytol, I remember my mother and all that she taught me. Whenever she comes to eat at my restaurant, she smiles and says,
I'm proud of you.
As for the friends who laughed at me, they eat here all the time.
Frytol, making life memorable.
Keeps us all dancing, dancing, dancing. Whoa, happy people. Yeah, keeps us all stepping, stepping, stepping. And happy people. Oh, keeps us all dancing, dancing, dancing. Whoa, happy people.
So for the purposes of this conversation, Let's just call the lady a cause.
Dancing, dancing, whoa, happy people, yeah, keeps us all stepping, and happy people.
I had a, very lengthy chat with Akos yesterday. So like I said, I was hoping to do something really fun, but yeah.
Happy people, yeah, keeps us
Dennis, that is her story.
stepping, stepping.
And she's wondering how to go about it.
Keeps us all dancing, dancing, dancing.
Akos is, tuned in this morning and she's listening in to us.
Keeps us all dancing.
But the bigger issue for me here is how do you handle these issues?
Keeps us all.
Mrs. Edith Asari Mensah is here with me in the studio. She is a public health nurse with the Ghana Health Education Service.
Keeps us all stepping, stepping.
She has heard and dealt with these stories, over and over and over again.
Keeps us all
So she will help us handle it.
dancing, dancing.
I have Mrs. Rose Austin Tenede. Is that the name? Tinedu. Okay.
Keeps us all
She is here with us in the studio.
stepping, stepping.
She has experience with teenage, pregnancy and, teenage childbirth and all that. She will share her experiences with us as well. And then I have one other person joining us. She was pregnant as a teenager herself.
Happy people,
She's almost here.
keeps us all
And she will share her experience as well.
dancing. Whoa,
There are lots of reasons why Akos is unable to join us on the radio this morning. One is language.
stepping.
I mean, that's the big one.
People, keeps us all dancing, dancing.
But generally, that is the crux of the matter.
People, yeah, keeps us all stepping, stepping, stepping. And happy people,
But do you use Vodafone? If you do and you have, fast fingers,
whoa, happy people, yeah,
let's go right now before we begin the conversation.
stepping, stepping.
And here we go. 80837729979851. Again, 80837729979851. We go again.
Happy people,
80837729981509.
happy
80837729981509. And finally, for now, 80837729978389. 80837729978389. If you got it, you can hit me out. There's more to come. Airtel, Tigo, MTN, and still more on Vodafone as well. 0244340437. That's where you can reach me on WhatsApp. Phone lines will be activated on 0302216541. We are also live on all our social media handles at Joy997. Dennis is manning that area. So Rose and Auntie Edith, you're welcome to Home Affairs this morning.
Thank you.
How are we doing? Rose, please get closer to the microphone.
Sorry.
Great. Where's Dennis? Dennis, could you help reduce Auntie Edith's microphone a bit for me? Thank you very much. Rose, how have you been?
I've been enjoying Grace.
Great.
How about you?
I am fine, thank
Very
you.
good.
Great. So, yes, tell me how close you were with teenage pregnancy.
Very close. I had a niece, but sometimes we call ourselves cousins because she was older than me. She was about 2-3 years older than I was. And we grew up together. We were in the same school. We were mates, actually, at the JHS level. And along the line, she got pregnant.
Wow.
Yeah. We were
this
both
could be
living...
between 14, 15, 16, thereabout?
She was about 15.
Wow.
Because I entered secondary school before the age of 15.
Okay.
So this was about 15, 16. Both of us were living with our grand auntie.
Okay.
But also because of age,
Yeah.
Our family tree, the way it is, it's quite tricky. You have a very little girl who is your auntie or
I can
grand
understand.
auntie.
Yeah.
So we called her auntie.
Auntie.
We didn't call her grand auntie or grandma. And both of us were living with her. And she was a teacher. She's a retired teacher now. And so when my niece, cousin got pregnant.
Let's just call her your cousin.
Okay. When she got pregnant, it was a blow because this is a woman who wanted the best for us. Actually, between the two of us, she was not very academically inclined.
Okay.
But she was very good in her own way. With domestic things, preparing of cakes, all these pastries and flour things. She was very good. I was fortunate enough to be academically inclined, but she was okay in school.
Okay.
And I'm sure, but for the pregnancy, if she had, forged on, she could have gone on in education.
Okay.
But she couldn't. When she got pregnant, I was entering secondary school. And so, though it was a blow, my auntie couldn't ask her to do anything about it. She had to keep it. From the start, it was difficult. She was reprimanded.
Okay, let me. What I want to understand. We'll talk a bit about Akos's issue as well. But how was the pregnancy discovered? Did she come to say that she was pregnant?
No.
Okay.
No, my auntie discovered it herself. Teachers, they can be a bit critical. She was older, far older.
Yeah.
And so it was discovered.
Okay.
She didn't tell anyone she was pregnant.
Did she know she was pregnant?
She did.
All right.
She did. And it was her actions. We wake up sometimes around 4 a.m. We have to bake bread or prepare cakes and prepare for school or prepare for the home. And the pregnancy was discovered just after RBC.
Okay.
So her activeness had reduced.
How far gone was she?
She was more than, if I can remember, this is over 20 years ago. She was more than 4 months gone.
Oh, wow.
Yes, she was more than 4 months gone. And she knew. It was just that she kept it. I don't know, probably she was not sure.
Was this also by a teenager?
I can't be sure, but I'm sure it will be because this man is not up to 50 years now.
Okay, so the man was found. You
Eventually.
Okay.
Eventually.
After delivery.
Beginning, he was in a state of denial and all that. But eventually, he came forward and accepted the pregnancy, but never married my cousin.
Okay.
Yeah, and that happened to be the only child my cousin ever had until she passed on recently.
She's passed on?
She's passed on. We buried her, I think, in June or so.
Wow.
Yeah, at age 44. We lost her.
She didn't marry?
She didn't marry. She was in... It hurt her.
Which aspect of it?
The denial.
From the man.
A lot of the times, men take it for granted that if you are a girl and you find yourself pregnant when it's not time for you to be pregnant, everyone will see you as a bad girl. And so even when they know they are responsible, they know they are the only persons around you, they deny it. And that, for me, is a very difficult thing for any girl to go through. Because it creates the impression that she's promiscuous, she's a bad girl. Because why would a man who knows he is responsible for a pregnancy say, I am not? It tells a lot about the girl. And a lot of the times, it is not true. And so when it happens, like, it was painful for her. And even at her death, we realized she still had it.
Pain in her.
Yes, she didn't get over it. She never did.
Wow.
She never did. She never did. The boy is not here now. He's okay. He's comfortable. The man came for the boy eventually.
Okay.
Eventually, he came for the boy. And even when she was sick, the boy came to visit the mother. He traveled all the way from the US to visit the mother. However, I feel my cousin, she wasn't okay. She died in pain, and I'm sure if she's living elsewhere, I'm wondering how she'll relate with men.
And it was
if
all
there is
because
anything,
of
one
that
person,
one
that one
incident.
I will say one mistake. I would say one mistake, because yes, we were not rich, we were not affluent, but we had everything. Our auntie was there for us.
How did your auntie handle the situation?
And that's, I say, she did very well. She didn't reject the girl. Usually when things like this happen, go back to your mother is the,
that's what comes
song. But she didn't reject her.
She didn't send her away.
No. She stayed on. I had to move on because my mother had returned from Liberia.
Okay.
So I had to move on,
You went to your
be
mother.
with my mother. And I was also in secondary school. And so when school vacated, I had to come to Accra. But I had to be going to Winneba. And she stayed on with my auntie. In fact, when my auntie had to move from Winneba to teach elsewhere in Accra, in Tema, she was always with her. And actually, it was even because of her that my auntie returned to Winneba when she went on retirement, because she had moved back to Winneba to start her life, and they were that close. She was never rejected. And my auntie was very instrumental, even when she died and, the guy's family were trying to play up, because, traditionally there is a child, the child has to bury the mother. Because there was no husband, it's not the husband that had to. And she did very well. She's been supportive. If I actually wanted her to speak to it, but that bond, that closeness, that pain is still in my auntie. And so she said, you go ahead and do that. After all, you were with us, you were part of the whole thing, so I wouldn't want to speak to it. So our Auntie Lydia did very, very well. She was put in trade after.
What do you think happened? You two lived together with your auntie as teenage girls and all, and your auntie was a teacher, so she must have some good knowledge about these things. Were you two given some good sex education? Were you talked to? How do you think she slipped?
How she slipped, I would say it's youthful exuberance.
Okay.
Peer pressure. We were really monitored,
and
but
you were not
needlessly. I was. Sometimes I had to follow them out. When they were going out. At a point I was like, why should I stay at home? We will go out briefly. Sometimes, we were all pressured, but I don't know what happened. And you can never tell with these things. It might even be the first time she engaged in intimacy with any guy, and it resulted in that. I wouldn't want to think that she had a steady relationship going. No, with the way we were. I mean, once in a while, we go out. We were close to the
central. So that probably could be the reason sometimes for the denial from the men.
Yes, but you deny when you know that she is with this guy, she is with that guy, she is with that guy. Okay?
But how would he know?
He should know, because Winneba is not Accra. Winneba is not Accra. The community, Winneba is just, I would say, a small community. And where we were very close. And in Winneba, if
so
you do one thing, everyone
gets to know. If it happened in Accra, would you pardon the gentleman for probably denying?
If it had happened in Accra, I would look at the area, the locality, and also
that's interesting.
And also look at the girl in question, and even that young man. A lot of things will come up.
Okay, So what we're establishing here this morning is that, I mean, regardless of the situation, it's devastating. And it could just, like in your cousin's case, yes, good thing is that was the only child she ever had, but she was never a happy person until she passed on. And I mean, from the conversation we're having, you even think that she passed on in pain.
She did.
And that's just as a result of that one mistake she made, even though she had all the support. Now let's come back to Akos's issue. Auntie did. You have dealt with these issues several times, plenty. And first of all, I'd like you to, share some words of encouragement with Akos. This is a young woman who was pregnant at 16. However, it happened, and her father threw her out of home. She, slept in an uncompleted building, labored on the streets just so she could, make life for herself and her daughter. And she tells me that all she ever wants to do is to see her daughter up there, and that would give her some form of satisfaction because she didn't even go to school, really. And at 14, this girl is doing very well. At 14, you're done with your JHS, ready to go to secondary school, and then there she is, pregnant.
Where is she now?
And she is with her mother, but then the relationship now is fractured. Let me just put it that way. Her mother is hurt. She's broken. And basically.
Thank you very much, Eden. Good morning to our listeners this morning. And I want to say that these cases, I've seen quite a number of them. It even happened in my home.
Oh.
Yes. But she has moved on. And that is the only child she has. They are together now with a man.
In your home?
Yes, in your home. I also grew up with my grandma, with some cousins. And for the first time, she got exposed. And she didn't trust anybody. She didn't even know she was pregnant at that time. And I was about entering nursing. And this happened. So it's like I was very close with her. I wouldn't want to come from the details. If I do, listeners may get to know
who she is.
But she's moved to the top now.
We thank God.
Yes.
So what kind of support did she have?
What happened was my grandma did very well. The mother was aggressive, but because my grandmother took it up, she was brought home from school. She has to be taught, receive some tuition in the house, and she wrote her exams.
Okay.
She moved on. She really struggled, but she's moved on to the top now.
And where is the child?
The child is also up now. He also finished his master's.
Wow.
Exactly. And I had another case during my practice in one of my facilities. I just heard her speaking, waiting for a doctor to do an abortion. We had then just started adolescent health in the Ghana Health Service in our facility. So I was part of the care providers. So I picked her up. We monitored, went to the home. She was coming from a very good home, lived with her sister. And apparently it was the driver of the sister.
Oh.
Yes, who got her pregnant. And I think it all boils down to the education we give them. You know, normally when we are being brought up, even our parents, those times, who are you to listen to sex education? When it has to do with sex and they are showing on the telly, you are told to move out because you are not supposed to be there. And as we started now as a health service, it's where we are coming from. Even to the level of the basic schools, kindergarten and all those things, we have actually structured educational areas that we are giving them. And the teachers are involved. That is the school health educational program. That's a SHEP, where school teachers are involved. We educate them, so we link up with them as a health service. So there's a team where the teachers are also being taught. So they know what to teach the children at specific ages. And they tailor the messages with the various ages. So they are grouped and they are being taught. So this is what happens. So I picked her. With one of my colleagues. We educated her. We had to find the home, go to the home. The sister was rejecting. And then we actually told her, so we're going to look at her, after her, to go through antenatal. She went through. But
How old was she?
She was around 16 as well. So she was sort of assisting the sister while she's in school. So she ended up delivering, but she lost the child.
Oh.
Exactly. We had prepared for delivery and all, but she unfortunately lost the child. So we spoke with her, and then she has to go back, rewrite her exams, pass, and now she's a professional nurse now.
Wow.
She has moved on, and she's doing another professional course. And I've have quite a number of them I can't talk about. But all I want to say is, in those days, I think early 90s, in early 80s, you know, we didn't have this adolescent health in our health system well grounded. So it's like you are being brought up. Don't have sex with a boy. If you do, that is what my daddy told me. If you do, you get pregnant. So that is what I was also guarding myself against. So I don't want to fall into that trap. Likewise, other people who grew up within my age also were preventing.
But isn't that the best thing to say? What else is there to say?
There's a lot to say. That is where the parents is also need education. And currently we have a lot of children bringing up children. So where would they get the education? So that's why, as part of the health service, moving on as a program, we have created adolescent health corners, even in our schools, where they could speak with a nurse in the school. And then from there we move on. So we go on and give them education. And it's one of the heartbeats of the public health nurses group that we are doing, that we pick them very young, educate them so that they'll grow up with this information. And if they become parents, they could also nurture their
own children.
We tend to guide them, monitor them, like she said, follow them wherever they are, but it wouldn't help. Let the child understand why this is not right for her to do. And for me, I become an advocate wherever I am, and I meet young ones. I have to do all this education, because if I don't read good things into the gathering there, I have to come in and read. And I think as parents, we need to be everywhere. It doesn't mean you should also monitor your child alone, but other children around, because they are the friends of our children.
Exactly.
And as we speak here, as we sit here now, do we all know the friends of our children? Do we know the information they are giving them? And many a time they pick information from their peers, and they think that's the right thing. Yours is outmoded. They pick this information from them. So I think more often we need to gather them as we speak. Let them find out what they have in mind, what they think about these issues. Getting pregnant, getting involved in sex relation early, the effect. Let's find out from them. We shouldn't think they don't know anything. They know a lot.
But here's the devastation. So you like you're saying, there are some parents. Okay, so if you're a parent and you're not hands on, and you don't monitor your children, you probably don't have conversations with them about these things. You shroud them in all the mystery there is. If it happens, there are times that you can sit back and blame yourself because you know you were not there. But for a parent who is hands-on, who is trying so hard, you're having all these conversations, you're cautioning them, you're making them understand that, involving yourself in early sexual relationships and all that could jeopardize your future and all that. And you're quite sure that you're having these conversations with your children regularly, and you have created that relationship such that they're able to approach you and talk to you at any given point in time. And this happens, and I'm sure that is what is happening in Akosi's case. So she says she told her life story to her daughter. That is how I am ending up an illiterate. That is how we have ended up in an uncompleted building. That is how I am ending up not getting married, because she says that she's scared she could get married, have other children, and then her husband may not like her daughter, and then you will have the stepfather kind of situation. Because of that, I am just dedicating my life to live it and take care of you. That has its own complications, but she's living it, dedicating it to you, and just ensuring that you come out well. And then, bam, this happens. You will be shattered.
Oh, yes, but you need to accept the child, irrespective of where she's falling.
She's looking at all the issues that come with it. Finances, now having to become a grandmother at age 30 or so, and then having to start the process all over again.
Adam, it's not easy. You throw the child on the street. And that is why now we have a lot of orphanages who are rescuing such children. Because most of them, I happened to visit some orphanages recently, and when you interact with the children, they didn't even know where they were picked from. And they could be as a result of this. And I think the social welfare has a very big role to play here. We hear of them, but how functional are they? They are doing a lot, but we need to. And also, we need to engage those in authorities as well. They might see it as an issue, because if you are not careful, I don't know what we have for the future. If you are not, we need a lot of commitment from the government.
Let me find out from you before I come to Augustina here. From where you sit, is the situation getting better?
I must say not better, because we have to do a lot. A lot of children are being born by these teenage children on the street. And then when I see them, I get worried, because these are future leaders. And this is where they have started life from. What is the future? What does the future hold for them? A lot of them are still on the street, even though they are being rescued. How many orphanages do we have to rescue these children?
Yesterday, Rose, when you and I were speaking, the conversation veered into a very interesting area, and then I'll try for us to bring that area back, where she said something very interesting, and I was a bit confused. I'm still confused as to which is the best thing to do. That sometimes is dangerous to share your experiences with your children by way of advising them. She had a good point she was making, but I'm still in the middle on that. But let me engage Augustina here. Augustina, good morning. You're welcome.
Good morning.
Okay, great. You, now Mrs. Augustina Edinam Apia.
Ephraim
Apia. Oh, so how am I reading this as Edinam? Okay, I think it's just the right Ephraim Apia. And she has a personal story to share. She got pregnant as a teenager, and but has moved on, and today she's a dental nurse, University of Ghana Dental School. Augustina, share your story with us.
Good morning to your listeners.
I take the greetings on their behalf.
I got pregnant when I was 19 with a crazy mom. Crazy means my mom is that crazy. Sometimes we have to look for her at police stations. She is that crazy.
How
she likes
so?
fighting.
Your mom?
Yeah.
Where is she now?
Outside.
You came with her?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So we never did sex education. We were not poor. We were not too rich. I lost my dad 6 days before I could complete SHS. So she became a single mother of 7 children, 2 steps. Back and forth.
So you can understand the reason for her craziness.
Oh, she's always been crazy.
Even before that situation?
Yeah.
No, but I'm interested in that bit. Why would she fight? Why would she
That's
be
her nature. She grew up fighting. Aunties, uncles made me understand. She makes us understand. That's her nature. She grew up fighting. That is her. She can't do without it.
I wish I could bring her into the studio to say a word to her. We'll bring her in. Wow.
When I got pregnant the first time I had sex.
The very first time?
The very first time. I didn't know I was pregnant. After school, I had to sell her a shop because she had to go through widowhood rights. So I had been in a shop traveling to Togo and back selling. When I got pregnant, I didn't know until a woman told me I was pregnant. And then I went to do the test and it was positive. And I almost died. This woman is going to kill me. I tried aborting it, but I was scared too because I was hearing stories that it could die.
So what did you do trying to abort it?
Medicines. The guy gave me medicine.
Which guy? The same guy who got you pregnant?
Yeah.
Hey.
And then I told a friend that in case I die, I prefer to die than to go through the hands of my mom, because I knew it would still result to death. And I think my friend told my mom this is what I was trying to do.
Were you the only daughter?
We are 2 girls. An elder sister who is a nurse and myself.
Okay.
My mom had found that, but she also thinks I'm crazy. So she was trying to keep it cool that I wouldn't do anything. So
even though you had not told her?
Yeah.
And when she found out, so she didn't ask you anything?
No. Surprisingly, she was extremely nice to me.
But had not engaged you on it yet?
No. So I think when my friend told her I was trying to abort it, she took me to the hospital and the doctor said I was pregnant. Then she told me the shop is yours, the house is yours. Just that. So like, I shouldn't worry. Now all the money in the shop is mine. Everything is mine. I was skeptical. I told the doctor I wasn't going to go home. I'm not sure. I want to follow this woman home.
How many years has it been?
13 years.
Even after 13 years, me, I am afraid for you.
Wow. And I am 33 now. The best part I ever shared with my mom was when I was pregnant.
Wow.
When I was pregnant, she could fetch water for me to bath, iron for me, ask me what I will eat, and that's what she cooks for the whole family to eat.
What brought about the turnaround?
I could say peer pressure.
No, I mean your mother's turning around.
I was asking her when I was driving this morning that, what was it? And then she said, I have only 2 girls. If I should do the me and you die, I've lost a husband, and then I will lose you
a daughter too.
She wasn't ready for that. She took my child, asked me what I wanted to do. I told her I wanted to go back to school. I wanted to do nursing. There was a private nursing school she took me to, and life started from there. And she's been supportive up till now. I just finished my master's in public health. She brought my son when I finished university, told me my son has to get to know me.
Oh, your son lived with her?
Yeah.
And the boy didn't know you? She didn't know you as his mom?
Yeah. But as an auntie, she didn't think it was cool. So he has to know now, has to live with me. And after 13 years, I just had a baby and she's come. And she's taking care of them.
Daniela, please bring this mother in for me. Wow. Wow. How old is your baby now?
4 months.
This is interesting.
Yeah.
Same mother you were scared of.
Yes, and still scared of.
That's interesting. And does she have the means to take care of you? Was she well-to-do?
No.
So how did you manage? How did she manage with you and the 6 others?
And the baby. It's not easy. When the baby came in, at a point she had to sell her clothes and her stuff. And then she tells us we can fast. She can't. So anytime she sells, she buys food for the baby before us. There were times we had to starve for the baby to eat. And she makes us understand that if the boys had taken care of me well, this wouldn't have come. So it's our cross to carry. So the baby became her priority, not us. But she's a trader. I know there were times she had to go for loans. There were times people had to chase her, but she went through it. I saw my mom going through a lot just to make sure my baby was okay. I know she had to sell her clothes just to put me to nursing school. I'm saying she's crazy, but the best time I ever had with my mom was when the incident happened. The guy denied outwardly. I couldn't bring myself to understand when the guy asked me, do you know me? Have we met before?
Same person who tried getting you to abort the baby.
Yeah. And you know, when we left the guy's house, my mom was crying, and it was the first time I saw my mom cried. But she told me, we are going to be okay. Don't mind him. We are going to have this baby. And you know, one day he'll come begging and he won't have this baby.
Why is the child now?
He's at home with me.
How old is he now?
13.
In JHS now?
Yes, please.
Does he know the story?
Yes.
Mommy, how are you? Please get closer to the microphone for me.
I'm fine, thank you.
But why is she saying that you're crazy?
Look at her face. Can't you see she's crazy?
Oh!
So I just said, look at her. You know how wild she can be.
Wow. Sure, she's not in the mood for us this morning. But then I still want you to say a word, because then you have a very practical experience with this. And I don't know if you're listening when you were coming in about Akos and her daughter now. If you had to say a word to encourage her, what would you tell her? Please get closer to the microphone for me and say some words, because you have been through it, to encourage her for me this morning.
Adam, I think you should speak Chi to her. She will understand it better.
She will understand Chi better. Yeah. Okay. Hey, this Chi radio Chi. I speak Chi, but I don't know if I can.
Okay, let me translate for her. Mama, and we discussing teenage pregnancy. She said the minim papa. Na minim said the oye crazy no. Me stress say ubeti me kure kume bat. Mini ne mu no ujina mechi. Inti amu pese omu hu adikudi nti ayinim se onye na.
Onye say
oh onye ono awonim. Say the nini ye den fa. Say the na nipenim say obetumi ahame. Na ni nyine mu no ujina mechi. Obi so
eba yesa
nti futu be na
odipe mama
me no
me pa so ben
medam se mama kwanya sei se me nkasa afutu a me de be ma awofo ne se oba kofa nyinsen ba na enuru ne mpanyin fie so na se onware no kofa nyinsen ba eni okwansa wo ye ne he esa wo kan oba na ba won chen na wo krokro no isanse wunim eba na obewo no no enti wo ye ne he a obetimi akofa aduranom obi be ma na dwene ama wo say akwala na ma nyankopa anye wado kwa obesa hwere wo bana ka ho enti se wo ba kofa nyinsa ba se de onye akunu se de wanye kunu kan wa de bata wo krokro no de opebi ayema no na nenye e ma ne nko awerehu because se wo maame no akasa wunyinsan ahwe ohawa wo fam
na kwada
enti se wo ye no kan a ebe kwa kofa asem kese e de abrew enti ya wo fo no tambia ye memme ye ma enye ma nkwa ese tambia wo no ma no ye free bibi hia wo ma na bibi ha wo ma o matimi aka a kire wo memme ma no e ma ne memme nyina no me no mo ye free pa ti mema no kura no se because wa wari so nwa bibi ne private yi ko timi de kire me se ma me hwe ade se na e ha me wo mo yire no mo e ha wo ma wo mutimi frɛ me ka kire me do mani so hye de ba me wa botre wo nkwala nti keke kan fafa so bi ama edi wuo edi yare edi nsem bebre de ne guase kwa besa brew wo no ma ne tete ma me we na ne banyin sen na o ye ne keke ma o ko yi wu ye no ana odwendwene e wokɔ wo no wa ama yenye ne sa
wow mommy
yeah.
Let me try and just summarize what she was trying to say. So, yeah, she has admitted that yes, she she's tough, but then she says that yes, you take care of your child, but if the child slips along the line, that's not the time to alienate the child and start saying that probably they did all the worst things in the world. That's the time to draw the child closer to you and be able to encourage them and help them through that process. She did mention that even look at you as an elderly person who is able to take care of yourself. When you're pregnant, some of the things you go through, and then you have a child, a teenage child for that matter, who has slipped, and because of that you think that the world should come down on them. She's advising parents that, be it boys or girls, draw them close to you and open up to them, be approachable to them, and even along the line, if they slip, you will still have to try and be close, because she's saying that the screaming on them or trying to alienate them is what may push them to go and try unsafe abortions, and then at the end of the day, you could lose the child, and you will also have society say that this is the woman, or these are the parents who didn't accept their child when the child slipped, and they maltreated the child until the child probably passed on or fell into even much bigger problems. So her advice is that regardless of how tough the situation might be, we should still be able to draw the girls and the boys as well close. Even when they grow and they are married, you should still have a relationship with them such that they can still approach you.
Happy people,
somebody will say, wow, Wolo. Wow. But then we stepped out and spoke to a few people. Let's hear what some men said to this. Okay, Daniela will help me sort that out. Okay.
If my teenage girl gets pregnant, the only thing I'll have to do is just to accept it, as much as it's a very difficult situation, looking at the disgrace she might have brought to the family. Because people might think it's we, the parents, who did not take good care of her, and that is why she went into such a situation. But we cannot do anything about it. So I would accept it, because she's a child going to give birth to another child, and therefore she still needs my guidance. She needs my love.
If my girl child or my teenage girl should get pregnant, it's a very serious issue. A girl that I've planned for, a girl I want to take to a higher height. What I would do is I'll first seek medical attention and then see whether the girl is strong enough to deliver that baby, and if it is safe for her to deliver. Why not? I'll just accept it and then let the girl deliver, and then give her to a counselor. Counsel her, let her know that even though she's giving birth to a child, that's not the end of her career.
If my girl child gets pregnant, she will not keep the baby. She would have to abort it. Why? Because the future is too harsh for her. We are in a country where things are not moving the way it's supposed to go. So this young girl child who has nothing or no earnings cannot take care of another child. And girl child or women face a lot of hardship in childbirth. On the other hand, if my girl child should abort and have a life, go back to school, etc., she will have a better life.
That's what some people would do. I have a lot of messages coming in. This one says that this woman is just like my mom. I gave birth twice in my teens, even before SHS, but she didn't give up on me. I am who I am because she didn't give up on me. All right. This one says that, in fact, this crazy mom, excuse my word, has given me every reason to give her a standing ovation in the church I am sitting in on my way to school. God bless her and those like her in her situation. What a wow. Her advice is tearing. Yes, indeed. Okay. This one says, Adam, I am clapping for the mother on my bed now. Wow, this is from Isaac. I think that, of course, this one says, wow, my super amazing mom. God bless her soul for accepting her and the baby as well. We are learning much. My joy from you do. I'm really touched. This is from Dede. Please. The woman in the studio I want her to be my second mother. I'm sure she has accepted you already. Okay. This person says that I don't think the problem was the mistake we made in life, since mistakes are inevitable. It's rather from effective caregiving. That's effective counseling. This is from Benjamin Corte, West Legon. Benjamin, thanks for sending that through. Okay, great. Nanajwa says that she got the credits. All right, Nanajwa. Go for you. Yeah, thank you very much for welcoming me back. I missed you too. And oh yes, Enimwa is amazing. I so know that. Hi Adam, welcome back. However, the bag, okay, sure, that's been taken care of. Yeah, so this one says, I really, oh, what happened to the message? Let me find it quickly. Okay, says, I really identify with today's discussion. My sister got pregnant at 19 immediately after SHS. Our mother took both of them in to care for them. But Adam, my sister up to today resents my nephew so much for no fault of his. Oh my God. So that happens as well. Wow. I will come back to you, Rose. Yeah, I would want you to just share a few words on your concern about sharing. And then Auntie Edith will also share a few thoughts with us before we finish today. But let me make some money. Indomie instant noodle, tastes great. Always Indomie instant noodle is a complete, wholesome and delicious meal. It is full of essential nutrients and is rich in calcium, proteins, carbohydrates and vitamins, so you can have it anytime, anywhere. Also, you can add your personal touch to your favorite Indomie meal by adding your choice of ingredients like vegetables, eggs, fish, chicken, meat, and prepare Indomie the way you love it. So go love it your way. For tasty Indomie recipes and other details, check out Indomie Ghana page on Facebook and Instagram. Indomie, tastes great. And Frital vegetable cooking oil is produced by Wilma Africa Limited. It is made from the finest palm fruits around the world, including plantations in Ghana. Due to its plant heritage, Frital is cholesterol-free oil. It is further fortified with vitamin A, which is good for you. Your favorite Frital is the only cooking oil in Ghana endorsed by the Ghana Medical Association. So when it comes to cooking oil, you can never, ever go wrong with Frital. Frital, making life memorable. And now let me tell you about Labadi Beach Hotel. Yes, Labadi Beach Hotel, in partnership with your superstation, Joy FM, brings you October 1st, 2018. Some people were there yesterday and they said it was, really off the hook. Catch all the fun with German food and drinks live at the Labadi Beach Hotel this October. Date is Friday, 5th October from 5 p.m. to midnight. Saturday, 6th October from 2 p.m. till midnight. Today I should pass through. Performing live is the amazing... Okay. It's a German band. I don't want to bite my tongue trying to mention the name. There will be lots of fun in our Kiddies Corner for all the children, especially today. For enquiries and bookings, please call 0544-431213 or 0540-123-691. October 1st, 2018. Let's celebrate. And haven't you suckled from a woman's breast before? Have you ever thought about a world without the woman's breast? If so, then join Beautiful Beneath our stakeholders this October to further create a breast cancer awareness and also screen over 1,000 women. Activities lined up for this year's campaign are Breast Cancer Day free breast health screening, that's October 6th today. The Pinky Walk 2018, that's happening on October 13th. On Saturday, the 6th of October 2018, during the Breast Care Day, we're supporting brave survivors of the deadly breast cancer. Venue Beautiful Beneath East Legon, adjacent ANC Mall. Time 8 a.m. prompt. Come and be measured for you to get the right size bra for free, and for every purchase made on that day, goes to support Beautiful Beneath to donate towards breast cancer cure. Breast Love, a Beautiful Beneath initiative with support from Ministry of Health, Ghana Health Services, Cancer Support Network Ghana, New Crystal Health Services, Starter Pack, Breakfast on the Go, Awake Mineral Water, and the Multimedia Group. Call Breast Love for more details on 050-7152-113. Beautiful Beneath, feel confident beneath. We'll also try and pick a few of your phone calls on 0302216541. But let me come to you, Tina. Rose, you don't think that we should share everything that we have experienced as parents, and you think that on that regard, Akos did wrong by telling her daughter everything that she had been through?
Yes and no. We need to share, but we need to be cautious how we share. And we need to know the child we are sharing with, or the children we are sharing with. And here also, I'll give you very personal experiences.
Yes, but you have just 2 minutes.
Okay. So my mom shared. She was a teenage mother.
Your mom?
Yes, first son, teenage. She shared with my 2 older sisters, and they are teenage mothers as well.
Oh my God.
Yes, they dropped out of school, and they never went back. They are teenage mothers as well. Fortunately, their children are not teenage children.
Teenage parents.
Teenage parents. I have a younger sister, and from me down to my younger sister and my sister's children, I made sure that, with all apologies, excuse my language, that nonsense will not come back into the family by talking to them. But there was one girl, she was always to herself. She would not share. And when you come to my home, you could see the difference, that this is not your daughter. And I didn't like it. I wanted all the girls to be mommy, sister, mommy, daughter. But she was different. And there were times I would enter my washroom, I'm naked, nude. My girls will come, and I will invite her to come, just like I chat with my girls sometimes on the tea seat. The girls will come sit on the bathtub, and then we will be chatting and all. She would not do that. I tried everything, and she never opened up. Now, my older sister, the second daughter, who became the first teenage mother, at a point, my mom tells us that when she was going out, following guys here and there, and she was reprimanded, she said, after all, you gave birth at the age of 17 or so.
So what's wrong with her?
What's wrong with me doing same? And she gave birth, I think, younger than my mother had. And sometimes when she remembers, she feels hurt that she was sharing all the challenges, all the difficulties, so you learn from it, and not to repeat her mistakes, but rather you are using her mistakes against her as to your excuse for, doing what you are doing.
So bottom line, share.
So we need to be careful
but be cautious.
The extent of our sharing. And also, let's seek professional advice when we want to share. That's why counselors are trained. Not all parents can counsel their children. We may think we are counseling them, we may think we are giving them the best, but we may rather be pushing them into dangerous situations.
Great. All right. Points well made. Hi, Stephen. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Adam.
Yes. How are you?
I'm fine.
Great.
Wow. You brought a story this morning, and somehow we discovered a gem in a crazy mom. Wow. I wish we all shout out to her. Right? Now I know there's sanity even in craziness.
Yes, a lot of it.
Wow. But what do you do if you find your teenage daughter is pregnant from a madman?
Oh!
Yes. The thing is that you would want to care for it, but you don't know. Or somebody whose medical status you know is going to put her in perpetual crisis. What do you do?
Okay, Auntie Edith will speak to that.
Yeah, okay.
Thank you. That's just a different dimension. Okay, but if you're using MTN, stand by. When I'm done speaking with Andrew. Hi, Andrew. Good morning. Hello, Andrew. Are you there? Hello? Oh, we lost Andrew. So here we go. 890-7155-333-1043. 890-7155-333-1043. Again, it's 1184-155-7121-230. 1184-157-121-230. And finally, 99265-72644-9299. 99265-72644-9299. Yes, Auntie did. Okay, let me speak with Della. Della will be our final caller. Hello, Della.
Hello, Adam.
Yes,
welcome.
Thank you, Della.
Thank you for this program. I had an experience, not me per se, but when I was pregnant, I was at the hospital in Ho. There was this teenage girl who got pregnant, and I learned the mother sacked her. She delivered, and the mother sacked her to go and stay with the guy. And the guy, who is a teenager, I don't know what to do. The girl was bathing cold water, everything cold, washing everything. At the long run, the woman lost the child.
Wow.
When the girl was sick and she came, they brought her to the hospital. After they informed the mother now came with cooking utensils, prepared to come and stay in the hospital and take care of the child.
But she was
now she lost the child, but the daughter she gave birth to, the man have to take her. Now you have lost yours. So no matter what happened, I pray that parents will just have that abadaya within them. Just cross the children, bring them closer. The wrong has already been done. You can't do anything. We are begging them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yes, Auntie did.
Very well. That notwithstanding doesn't mean we are encouraging them. Even though
exactly.
Parents need to accept them from where they have fallen. But the issue is, what education are we giving to them? What have we done? Have we prepared them enough? We wait till it happens before we start putting in advices. So I think parents should take a clue from this and then start the education early. Even at the tender age, we need to inform them. They need information. That's why they pick it from a whole lot of people. Just a week ago, I just had a 7-year-old girl who the mother noticed when she was washing hair. She was in pain. And then upon investigation, she got to know that her mate took her out of the class and then put the finger into. And then the hymen is broken. So I was having a different view that it wasn't just the fingering that could have broken the hymen. There was something more to it. We need to find out what really happened. So these are the things happening. So as parents now, we are all looking for money. Look at the time parents leave home. Some of us leave at 5 a.m. So if you have young children or these, especially when they are on holidays, you could take your leave and then be with them, because that's the only time you could have with them. If we don't do that and we leave them, they go back to school, pick information, because we've all been exposed. And what I want to say here is that with the lady who got pregnant with a madman, I want to find out whether it was a madman in quotes or with the character denotes a madness.
Okay.
Was it a character or a madman on the street?
Okay, I think that we'll have to follow up on that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so I have some few points here. What I must say is that as a country and as a service, we need to strengthen our adolescent health, and then the SHARE program. And then we need to engage all high-level authorities here, including parents and the religious setups. They go to church. What information are we also? Are we just teaching them the word of God not to do this? And then we need to also inform the teachers, Sunday school teachers as well, to play a very big role here. And also we can also involve the survivors, if they can also be at where they are in their schools and talk to them.
All right.
And then we also need to provide shelters, and this commitment should come from the government. Yes, also we can rescue such children to those homes.
And finally, from you, Tina, our time is so up.
Yeah, I would want to encourage the youth coming up now that what you want to be in future should be your focus. The men are there. When you are somebody, they would come. But the way the world is going these days, they wouldn't want to be with such a person. You have a child already, you don't have a future. And I would like to take this opportunity to say thank you to my husband, Engineer Ike Ape of Ghana Water. He didn't let my situation bring him down. He saw the good in me, and he has made me who I am today. Thank you. And then mothers, open up to your children. As at now, I still tell my mom everything.
Great.
She was the first person to know when I got pregnant again after 13 years.
Great. Thank you all very much for coming to share. I'm sure that we have made our course's situation better, and every other person who is out there going through such a situation. I know it's not easy. Like it's not easy at all. Like to have taken care of your child to that level, and then you have so much hope and so much plans for the child, and then you wake up one day, you realize that, oh my God, you will be shattered, you will be angry, and the child is already feeling like, look, I have done the damnedest thing ever in this world. But much as it is difficult, I think that is when we will need to try hard to put on that, cup of patience, and then be able to figure the situation out. Thank you all very much. People are still sharing their stories. I have a lot. I don't know what we are going to do next week, Daniela, but we will see, just so we keep encouraging people out there. Thanks to Food 101 for breakfast this morning. And also to you, Irene Aku Afedo. Thank you very much. Charlie. You are my producer at large. Thank you very much. I appreciate you so much. And thanks to all of you for doing the listening. Sammy Forson is next with the Weekend City Show. My name is Adam Nightstay. Thank you, Daniela. And one more time, thank you to Enimadu. 5 weeks. You did good. I appreciate you. Bye, and see all of you next week.
In this part